Hey guys, so I wanted to do my first impression on the new Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. Finally got my hands on it, and I picked up Cream Beige and Buff Bisque. So I tried Cream Beige yesterday. I think it was a little bit dark. So today I'm going to try this one. And then I also picked up the concealer. I picked it up in Light Ivory. And I picked up the Wet n Wild pressed powder, and I picked it up in Tan Beige. They didn't have the lighter one, and then the one before that, it kind of looked gray to me, so I didn't pick that up. So I'm hoping this works. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to do my foundation, and then I'll finish up my face, and I'll let you guys know what I think. So I'm going to start with a primer. I have been loving this one from Too Faced. This is the Hangover X RX or Hangover X. So I think this is really good for dry skin, and now these winter months my skin has been super dry. So okay, so we're gonna go in with Buff Bisque. So this has like, it's got like a spatula. So I'm gonna put some on my mirror, and then I'll use my beauty blender. So I'm going to use this the same way I would use any other foundation. I'm not going to skip stuff that I would normally do because, you know, that's not really realistic. I don't use stuff like that. I don't not prime my face. I don't not do something just to see how it works, because that's not how I'm going to use it. So this was kind of hard to find. Like, I couldn't find this anywhere, and I actually found it at Rite Aid. And Rite Aid isn't somewhere where I normally, you know, go for things that are coming out with Wet n Wild and stuff. But I stopped in for one thing and I found it, so I'm so happy that I did. I've been seeing so many reviews, and I've been hearing people say how, you know, they found it kind of dry. It dried quickly. I didn't notice that. So, and I did, you know, prep my face really good. I've been using a lot of oils because my face has been dry. I picked up this oil, vitamin E, from just the vitamin spot, and I've been mixing it in with my moisturizer, and I have been noticing such a difference because my skin has been so dry, and that has saved me a bunch. And if I keep looking over here, my husband added a monitor for me so that I can see myself, because my camera doesn't have the viewfinder, you know, the pop-up one. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm in focus. So I think that's it for the foundation. I like the way this looks. This kind of looks like a medium coverage. Maybe I'll build it up again just to see. So let's see. And I am using my sponge. I think that if you use your brush, you might get a fuller coverage than with the sponge, but I like the way the sponge is, especially on the dry skin. I think it just adds the extra moisture. It feels really nice on the skin. It feels like you don't have anything on, and I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the concealer. I think it did a great job at covering like the dark circles and stuff. So we're gonna do this. And I know this feels thick, so I'm hoping this is something new, because this actually feels exactly like the Fergie concealer, the thick, the creamy part and everything. So I'm hoping they didn't just repackage this and say it's new. But I do love the Fergie concealer, so I'm not mad. But you know, I hate when people say new and it's just repackaging. So that looks nice. Now, I'm gonna go with the, I'm gonna set my eyes with, I bought this at the dollar store. It's just one of these container things. You can put a magnet and stick it on the wall, but I used it to put in some of my powder. And this is just a mixture of the e.l.f. translucent and the Coty Spun. So I'm just gonna set under my eyes with this. And I'm gonna bake it just a little bit. Like that. Now what I want to do is, I'm gonna try to use up all the new stuff that I have from WetnWild. This is their cushion. This is in Cafe Au Slay. I don't use the sponge that it came with. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. little stippling brush. I'm just gonna bounce it in. Warm up a little. This is really nice. This blends in really nice. Barely have to do any work. I don't know if it came in another shade, but if it did, I would love to pick up the other one. That's how that looks. And since I'm going to set this with my powder, I am going to go over it with another bronzer. So you want to make sure this is closed right, because then it's going to dry out. So. Alright, so I'm going to take the pressed powder with just this big brush. I'm going to set the bottom parts where I didn't put any highlight. I mean, not highlight, bake. And this feels very nicely milled, really thin, kind of like nothing. So this would leave like a nice finish on the face. I'm not sure about coverage, but it feels really nice. Okay, so now I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I'm going to finish up the rest of my face and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished up the rest of my look. Don't mind this eye. It keeps watering, so it looks a little crazy. So I finished up the rest of my look. I really like this foundation. I love the fact that it says, you know, it was tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models, with and without flash. It's got like all the different flashes, like club light, flashlights, phone light, all that stuff. So I am gonna go to work now. I'm not gonna touch up. I'm not gonna do anything all day. I'm gonna come back at the end of the day to check up and let you know what I think. Okay guys, so I'm back from work and it is already 5 o'clock. So I've been gone for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half hours, 12 hours. So I didn't touch up at all today. I did notice though that it did come off over here. I don't know if you can see. It did come off there and under here, but you know, it's cold, so I have been, you know that sniffly thing. My eyes have been watering, so this part here did come out. But other than that, I think it held up really, really nice. I didn't get oily. I don't see like it's, you know, I needed to actually dab anything. You can still see my contour, my highlight. You can still see, you know, it looks really, really nice. Now, over here, I don't know if you can see, it did settle a little bit in a line that I have here. But other than that, I think it looks really, really nice. Love that I couldn't even feel it on my face. I did use Buff Bisque, but I did pick up Buff Bisque Cream Beige. For under the eyes, I've got the Light Ivory. I picked up the pressed powder in Tan Beige. Now, I also picked up the color, what color is this? Cocoa, because I really liked the way this felt. It felt really, really light. It felt like you didn't have anything on. So I figured I could use this as my contour color, you know, to contour over the, where's the other one? Over this, because this is nice when your face is bare, you know, over my foundation. I've been using it. I really, really like it. So I'm guessing this would go good over this once my face is powdered, just to, you know, actually set that area. I don't know if you can see, but once I put the powder on, you can't really see this. So I'm guessing this would be really, really good. So I'm very, very happy with the foundation. I think it looks awesome. I did take pictures. If you're following me on Instagram and Snapchat, it's Jackie Rods 105. I did post pictures today during lunch. I snapped during lunch how I really liked how it looked. It wasn't making me oily or anything, so I'm really happy with that. I did get this. They had the $1 off. They have the different colors. So I think I'm gonna go back for the lightest one that I can find, so I can use it under my eyes, because I'm using something else. So I'm guessing if I use it under the eyes, set it all up, I can take pictures all day, I can flash all day, and it's just gonna look perfect. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend the foundation. I love it. Love, love, love it. So it was a little hard to find, but I'm glad I found it. I think I'm gonna pick up a backup. I don't know if I'm going to keep the cream beige, because it is a little bit darker, but I might just keep it for, you know, later on. I don't know. So that's my thought on it. I think if you can get your hands on it, I would totally recommend it. I'll let you know how this works as my contour shade. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share, comment, like. I would love for you to join the family, so please subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notification when I upload a video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.